If you clicked on this video, I want to inform you that you have taken the first step to changing your habits, that by watching this, you want to change and become a better person and actually stick to your resolution. I applaud you and I'm here to support you. Let's get right into the video. We will be talking about Atomic Habits by James Clear. Clear talks about habits and how to build good habits. First of all, what's a habit? A habit is a behavior that has been repeated enough times to become automatic. The ultimate purpose of habits is to solve the problems of life with as little energy and effort as possible. Any habit can be broken down into a feedback loop that involves 4 steps: cue, craving, response, and reward. The 4 laws of behavior change are a simple set of rules we can use to build better habits. They are: number 1, make it obvious; number 2, make it attractive; number 3, make it easy; and number 4, make it satisfying. The first law is to make it obvious. The first step is to actually first become aware of your current habits. Make a list of your daily habits. After you finish, look at each behavior and ask yourself, is this a good, bad, or neutral habit? After you're done, be honest and be aware of your shortcomings. The next step is to use the 3 strategies to make it obvious. The first strategy is to use implementation intentions. What does that even mean? It means that you intend to implement or act a particular behavior. To apply this strategy is to say, I will do certain behavior at certain time in certain location. For example, if you want to start exercising, you would say, I will exercise for 1 hour at 5 p.m. in my local gym. The second strategy is habit stacking. It's a special form of implementation intentions. Instead of making a designated time and place for the habit, pair it with an existing one. For example, after I take off my work shoes, I will immediately change into my workout clothes. The third and final strategy is to design your environment. You have to redesign your environment and place cues to help you build new habits. For example, if you want to start drinking more water, fill up water bottles each morning and place them in common locations around the house. Those are the 3 strategies to make it obvious. Reduce exposure. In order to get rid of a bad habit, controlling yourself isn't the best solution. You have to prevent yourself from being exposed to tempting situations. People with quote-unquote high self-control are actually in the same boat as those who struggle when exposed to tempting situations. For example, in the book, James Clear mentions a woman named Patty Alwell. When Patty started smoking, she would often smoke while riding horses with a friend. Eventually, she quit smoking and avoided it for years. She also stopped riding horses. Decades later, she hopped on a horse again and she found herself craving a cigarette for the first time in forever. The cues for the habit were still there, she just wasn't exposed to them in a long time. That's the problem with habits. Once formed, it's highly unlikely to forget it. Remember, self-control is a short-term strategy, not a long-term one. It's way better to reduce exposure. The second law is to make it attractive. The more attractive an opportunity is, the more likely it is to become habit forming. What is temptation bundling? It's where you link an action you want to do with an action you need to do. This falls slightly under the habit stacking we spoke about in the first law. The format would be saying after current habit, I will, habit I need. After habit I need, I will, habit I want. For example, if you want to watch sports but need to make sales calls, you would say, after I get back from my lunch break, I will call 3 potential clients. Need. After I call 3 potential clients, I will check ESPN. Want. The hope is that you'll eventually look forward to calling 3 clients because it means you get to watch sports. Join a culture where your desired behavior is normal. Although you might disagree with me here, but culture is a huge factor in our habits. Say for example, if you live in a family who are into fitness, you'll highly likely be inclined to do fitness also. If all of your friends are sharing an inside joke or using a new phrase, you'll want to do it too so they know that you get it. The culture we live in determines which behaviors are attractive to us. We tend to adopt habits that are praised and approved of by our culture because we have a strong desire to fit in and belong to the tribe. We want to feel a sense of acceptance in society, so we start imitating. We imitate the habits of 3 social groups: the close, which are families and friends; the many, which is the tribe; and the powerful, those with status and prestige. The normal behavior of the tribe often overpowers the desired behavior of the individual. Most days, we'd rather be wrong with the crowd than be right by ourselves. So remember, one of the most effective things you can do to build better habits is to join a culture where, number 1, your desired behavior is the normal behavior, and number 2, you already have something in common with the group. If a behavior can get us approval, respect, and praise, we find it attractive. Create a motivational ritual. Sometimes all you need is a slight mindset shift. A slight change in perspective. We always talk about everything we have to do. You have to wake up early for work. You have to make another sales call for your business. You have to cook dinner for your family. You have to. You have to. Now I need you to change one word. You don't have to. You get to. You get to do all these things. By simply changing one word, you shift your view on everything. You change from seeing these things as burdens and you turn them into opportunities. If you want to take it a step further, you can create a motivational ritual. You simply practice associating your habits with something you enjoy. Then you can use that cue whenever you need a bit of motivation. Say you want to feel happier in general. Find something that makes you truly happy, like petting your dog, and then create a short routine to do before you do the thing you love. Maybe you take 3 deep breaths and smile. Eventually, you'll begin to connect this breathe and smile routine with being in a good mood. It becomes a cue that means feeling happy. Once established, you can break it out anytime you need to change your emotional state. Stressed at work? Take 3 deep breaths and smile. Sad about life? 3 deep breaths and smile. Remember, habits are attractive when we associate them with positive feelings, and unattractive when we associate them with negative feelings. Create a motivational ritual by doing something you enjoy immediately before a difficult habit. The inversion of this law is for you to change your mindset. Make the disadvantages and the negatives of the bad habit known. Make it clear in your mind that you aren't missing out on anything, and in fact, you're benefiting yourself from smoking or binge eating or scrolling through socials. You have to highlight the benefits of avoiding the bad habit to make it seem unattractive.